And we're in. So first things first, man. One confession: my editor, he's on a little Sunday break. Tried texting him, he wouldn't respond. The weekend break, he said. Oh, he didn't respond. So the weekend, anyway. So I'm recording this video myself. Not gonna be edited. If you have a problem with that, maybe you should not watch the video. That's totally fine with me. But hey, here we are to show you how to get rich by trading and not about caring about fancy, graphics and shit like that. So here I am, and I'm gonna just go over the plan that things that I'm watching for next week. This is gonna be a good video. So watch. There are 4 trades, 4 big stocks that I think can make big moves this coming week, and I think you should be watching these. Normally I do not make Sunday videos. But I think I'm gonna start making Sunday videos for the next week moving forward. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, and let's get right to it. All right. Now, first things first. Let's look at any big economic events happening. As you can see on my screen right now, what's happening during the week. Normally, what I do is I will try to go here, this trading view, go on the plus icon right here. All right. Then you can go economic calendar. Okay. Economic calendar, and you want to see pretty much everything. What's happening Monday, what's the news data coming out. You can select the time zone wherever you are. So I have, because I trade in, I'm from Australia, but I'm trading US stocks, so I have American time, New York time here. Anyway, Monday, nothing much happening. Tuesday, we do not have much happening so it's pretty chill. That's cool. Then Wednesday, we are early morning. PMI, this is important. PMI numbers are important because the market can go up and down really quick around those areas. So you got to be careful about 9:45 on Wednesday. Okay. And then we have Thursday. What's happening on Thursday? All right, Thursday. This is not these numbers, GDP numbers. They're huge, man. They're very important. They're very, very important. So, but they're happening in the pre-market, which kind of, gives us enough time to kind of know what's happening in the real time. So it doesn't really matter. Anything that happening in the pre-market, I don't really care about them. They're important, yeah, sweet, but yeah, you see what I'm saying? 10 o'clock, news, new home sales numbers coming out. That's important. Thursday. Then Friday, we have pre-market, some data coming out, and then 10 o'clock, home sales numbers coming out. And that's about this week. So mostly looks all right. There's something happening on Wednesday. There's some stuff happening. PMI numbers 15 minutes into the market. Thursday, there's some stuff happening half an hour into the market. And Friday, there's some stuff happening half an hour into the market. And that's the time you got to be careful of, because the market can literally move up and down really, really quick. And without, if you are not aware of it, what can happen? Market can make a big move and you can get caught up in a move. Let's say the market is going up and all of a sudden it starts going down, and now you get caught in one of those, and it's not the fanciest or the best spot to kind of see yourself trapped in. So be careful. Okay. Now let's go and make a plan. So first things first, buy. What I'll kind of do here is I'll try to hide everything on my screen. Okay, all the levels. Let's just talk about the price action, what happened or what's happening recently from last, let's say, 6 months or 4 months. From October, man, from 410 to 482, the market has made a significant move up. Look at this, it's a significant, huge move up. Now, what happened here is we broke all-time highs. The previous all-time highs were in Jan of 2022, about 480. We broke that 480 and we made a highs of 482.73. Okay, now that's a huge move, especially on a last Friday that we had, crazy, man. Last 3 days we literally went from 470 to 480 to 483 nearly. So that's all right. Now we know so what I did kind of here was 480 being a critical level. I marked that on my charts, 480, and there's a little trend line forming right here. Look at this trend line from July. What's happening is one touch here, then we have second touch roughly right here, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, 8 touches of a trend line, and then finally the trend line broke towards the upside with a lot of volume. That's very, very good. If we didn't get enough volume, I'll be more worried. Now, what you need to essentially see is, because 480 was the previous high of the day, and that high of it lit previous high of the all-time highs, and that all-time highs were holding for about 2 years. Okay, look at this. Like Jan 2022, then 2023, that was one level for 2 years. Everyone had on their charts. So 480 will be a very, very critical level. Okay, so what can happen is prices can come down, bounce off this 480 and make it move up. So kind of roughly the price action can go like this. Boom, make a move up. Okay, now that we are aware of, so we need to be paying more attention to this. What I personally think is, if it comes down here, had a bounce, so we can try to go back above to these areas, or Monday the market can literally open above this and then come back and retest this highs, all right, and then make a move. So you got to be careful of this. Now, how did I come up with these levels right here? These because it's all-time high. How did I come up with these levels? I saw what was happening before. Like 478 was a critical level. Then we made a move towards 480 that day, like on Friday, and then made a move towards 482 point something. So basically what I saw is $2.5 move has been pretty much an average move on SPY from last few weeks. Okay, so what I did was I tried to mark every $2-ish move. So 482, then 484, 485, because 485 again is a little whole number. You're going to be watching that. 486 after 484, then 488. I mark this. Now you can watch every $1 move. Like personally, I'll be watching every $1 move, just because it's all-time high. You don't know really where the rejection is going to happen. So just $1 move, you kind of puts you in a better spot. Now, if 480, let's say the price comes down, instead of bouncing here, it kind of plays around and then breaks below, retests, tries to make a move lower. Now you got to be careful of that as well. You see what I'm saying? I mean, you have to be open towards both sides. You, as a day trader, all we care about is a small move. We do not really care about what's happening on a bigger scale. All we care about is, can I catch a decent move today? If you can catch a decent move today, you can make a decent amount of money, and you can literally live your life on your own terms forever, man. You can make 4 figures a day. You pretty much, I think if you can make 4 figures a day consistently, you are out of the matrix. You can make as much money as you want, like over time. But that is a very good spot to be in. Making $1,000 a day, you can live your life pretty much, all right? Because that's 20 grand a month. That's literally fuck you money. All right, now this is done. 480, then comes down to 478, 476, 475, 474 could be the next critical levels. Now these are the levels that I think you should be watching. Again, this is my analysis, man. Do your own research as well at the same time. Now this is SPY. All right, sweet. I like SPY. Then QQQs. I like QQQs. Again, there's a trend line forming on the top, and this trend line is quite a few touches. Couple touches here, couple touches here, then a few touches here. Anyway, this trend line is quite a decent trend line. Now, personally, what I believe is we broke the all-time highs. Previous all-time highs were roughly around, let me see. Jeez. Okay, damn. Here we go. Previous all-time highs were about 4.8. Now we made a huge move up. Then this 413, and then Friday literally, it was a gap up and go pretty much. Huge move. Anyway, so what I personally think can happen is come back, retest the trend line, make a move higher, or if this Friday's high breaks, then we have, this is 421.34, 423-ish, then 424, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Every $1 move because it's all-time high, all right? But towards the downside, if kind of this breaks, then we have a little gap filled right here. And if that picked up, pretty much, we can kind of make a decent move towards the 80 MA on a daily chart. So keep watching that, be aware of it. But these are the levels that I'm watching. Upside, downside, both sides, all right? The weekly candle was very, very strong, like insanely strong candle, both on SPY and QQQs. So I like them, both of them. They're looking good. There's a lot of momentum, and prices can literally keep going up as long as it goes up. It's in a bull market. Okay, so trade that. Don't make a thing in your head, oh my god, it can't go any more higher. I promise you, freaking can. All right. Now this is SPY and QQQs. Sweet, all good. Now next stock that I'm watching is Microsoft. I like Microsoft a lot. The reason why I like Microsoft so much is Microsoft's sitting around 400 level. Now 400, just like 400, it's such a huge, it's such a huge psychological level. Let's say if you're short on Microsoft, shorting simply means you think the prices can go down. If you're short on Microsoft roughly around here, where would you put your stop loss? 400, 401, 402, 403, yeah, roughly around there. So what happens is when someone is short, like let's say when someone's short, so to short, what you need to do is you need to sell first and then buy back later, and you get to keep the difference, right? Now kind of think of it as a drop shipping, like you literally sell something on Facebook Marketplace or or Craigslist or something. You sell something, you put an ad, you sell something for $20, but you do not actually own it. Okay, you don't own it, but you sell it. But once you get the money from the person, you go to the store and you buy it and you ship it to them. That's pretty much what it is. You didn't have it, but you sold it. You sold it, then you go buy it and you keep the difference. That's pretty much what shorting is. Okay. Now, personally, what I think can happen is people have their stop losses right above that big level of 400. And now I personally think if 400 breaks, that what can happen is we can make a huge move up because everyone's stop losses are getting triggered. And when everyone's stop losses are getting triggered, because they sold first, now the stocks are coming back into the market as a buy order. Okay. When the stocks come to the market as a buy order, that means everyone starts buying. But it's actually not everyone's buying. It's just synthetic buying happening. Synthetic buying is a term where people actually not buying. They're just closing their positions. You see what I'm saying? When they close their positions, a lot of buying pressure comes in and the stock literally takes off. And that is literally called short squeeze. Okay, people are getting squeezed who shorted it, and we want to be careful and we want to literally catch the move, man. We like making money, yeah. That's why we're here. So what I personally think is if 400 breaks towards the upside, we can see a little short squeeze and we can move towards 402, 404, 405, 406, whatever, because it's a huge number. Okay, it's a big psychological number. Towards the downside, this 394 was a critical level last Tuesday, and then Thursday kind of closed around 394 as well. Even Friday kind of bounced off that 394. So I personally believe if 394 fails, we can head down maybe towards 390. But I'll be looking at, it'll be really interesting if we can see a 400 break. And usually whenever there's a huge level like this, like 400 level, from my personal experience, this is, again, I'm not giving you no advice. From my personal experience, what I've seen is it'll try to break first. The first time it'll break, it'll reject. Okay, it'll reject. But the second time it breaks, it makes a huge move. It usually rejects because of one reason, because a lot of new people think, oh, 400 is a huge level, it can reject. They start shorting it as well. They start literally thinking, oh, it can go down. And shorting essentially means you're betting that the prices go down. And when they start shorting around this huge critical level 400, first touch, price fails. And then second touch, it really takes off because people who are short now, their stop loss is above it, and people who go short here, the first time it goes, they start going literally getting stopped out as well, and that literally just puts us in such a huge, beautiful spot to kind of, as a day trader, to catch the move. So I will be watching this Microsoft trade. Okay, the last trade comes is Tesla. Now Tesla has been in a downtrend while SPY is all-time highs. Like what? SPY literally went from last October from 410 to 482. Such a huge move. Like, I mean, man, you really got to think of like the market, like the overall market, such a huge uptrend. It made it 20%, nearly 18% move up. But on the same time, we have Tesla that literally made a move from last October 280 to 210, or freaking even bull market 300 to 210. Like, that's crazy, right? So what I did was I went here and I tried to look for some if there's nice trend line forming, and there's a nice trend line forming, couple touches here, couple touches here, couple touches here. So this would be my plan for this. I think prices can bounce off this trend line really nicely, and I will be kind of watching this level as well. Like, I personally think if the market gaps up above this critical level of Friday, the high of Friday is 213.2. If 213.2 breaks or even opens higher, I think we should watch this 217.5. I'll be watching this 217.5. If that level gets taken out, we can make a decent move above towards 225. Kind of just have a little bounce like what happened last time. We were in a downtrend, then it bounced from this level all the way up to 265. So I want to see if I can catch a nice up candle move like this right here. It bounced. Next day it opened up, right? Even here, man, look at this. This is pretty much exactly what the same thing is happening, right? What happened? We had a close, but next day opened up, came back down, but closed bullish. And next day it's just super, super bullish, right? But the only thing that's different then to now is there's no earnings that week. Here we have earnings coming out this week. There's earnings of Tesla that is coming out on, I believe, Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. So we're going to be very, very, very careful. Okay, earnings means prices can literally go up and down. Huge. Like, look at this. This earnings came out. Prices closed about 242, opened at 225. That's a huge move down. So be careful of the earnings. But I'm not, I'm just sharing what I'll be watching. I'll be watching these levels just for intraday. I don't play earnings. The premiums will be a little bit high as well because the IV's implied volatility. That means the premiums can be high. I'll be watching this 213.2 area move towards 217.5, 220, 222, 223.5, 225. These levels just came from these candles. But below this 207.5, I'll be, below. If it breaks below, man, I mean, trend lines can break below. If the trend line breaks below, we can make just a move towards the downside. And the move towards the downside, I'll be watching from 207.5. If it breaks below 205, 202.5, then 200, just because a whole number. And below 200, it can make a move down really quick, just exactly like how we are watching short squeeze on Microsoft at 400 level. We are watching long squeeze, pretty much where people are getting trapped who are long towards the downside. If 200 breaks, you can make a nice move towards the downside as well. Like, look at this here. Last time when we broke this 200, what happened? It kind of bounced the first time. The second time when it broke, it made a move down to literally 177 within 3 days. Like, this one day, such a huge day. I mean, it opened at 190. It went down to 177. Imagine you catching this move with your size, man. That's some decent money. You see what I'm talking? Like, man, think about it. So I'll be watching these levels very closely. By the way, as I said, there's no fancy edits to this video. If you enjoy this video, make sure you let me know in the comments. Otherwise, just subscribe. That means the world. So hope you're doing well. I'll see you during the week. And if you want to watch the course that I recorded, it's such a beautiful course. If you want to watch this course that I recorded, there'll be a link right here. It's such a beautiful course, goes for more than 90 minutes. Tap this link and I break down how I trade. All right, peace. I'm out.